What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bob's Garage. Happy Friday to you. I just wanted to give a little recap video as to where everything stands today and let you know what's going on, what's coming up. Alright, so today's Friday. What is it? November 20th. And I think I put out like 70 episodes in a row or something like that. I said it couldn't be done, and guess what? I did it. Alright, so where the car currently stands, no check engine lights. I got my airbag light is still on. The only thing major that I need to do is fix my clock spring. As you know, I got my tires, so I got new tires for the winter. And ironically enough, I think we're gonna get our first snowstorm tonight. So this is, I live in the Chicago area, suburb of Chicago, and they're expecting anywhere from 1 to 8 inches of snow tonight. It's most likely not gonna last, but that's all right. We got Quattro, right? That's why we got these cars. So, yeah, so I gotta get the clock spring taken care of. Oh, so I bought this car last December. So that means my license plates, the stickers that we have stickers here in Illinois, they're going to expire at I believe the end of December. So I need to get new stickers. Well, the way Illinois works, you have to get your older car's emissions tested first. And once it passes the emission testing, then you can get your sticker. So I don't have any check engine lights. My Stage 2 Plus deleted my rear O2 sensors, my EGT, all that good stuff. So the car doesn't see any of that, but I do have that airbag. The airbag light is on. So basically, my for those that haven't been following, I broke the clock spring in my steering wheel when I replaced my heater core. So that was like January 1st or something. So I haven't had the clock spring, if you don't know, the clock spring is inside the steering wheel, and it's what allows the steering wheel to turn and then passes the electronic connections through the steering wheel or into the steering wheel. So that means right now I have no electronics in my steering wheel. So no Tiptronic buttons, no horn, and no airbag. So because I have that airbag light on, I'm not sure if I'm going to fail emissions or what the deal is. So I need to I need to figure out if I'm going to fail emissions because of the airbag light, and if that's true, then I need to either fix it or try to fix it, or I guess buy the OEM parts. So because my car is a Tiptronic, I can't just go to AutoZone and buy any old clock spring for my car. The Tiptronic cars are different than the manual cars because there's extra buttons on the steering wheel for shifting the car in sport mode or Tiptronic mode. So I've been scouring the four corners of the earth for 9 months, 10 months, looking for anyone that has a used Tiptronic clock spring, and I can't find anyone. So what I did find is someone got me, what did I get? I don't even know. I bought someone sent me two clock springs off an S4 for like 30 bucks. So I think they were not Tiptronic. My thought was I could dismantle the working one and then somehow cobble together or repair the one in my car. I don't know anything about clock springs, so I'm assuming everything's coded or keyed correctly and whatever. So I am going to I don't know, I might be able to put the manual clock spring in and then recode the car. So I was just looking at the coding because I was going to do some coding videos or recoding videos for this channel because I've been getting some questions about it, and I guess I need to look into that. So lots in store for that. So that's going to happen pretty quickly here. It's just been a very busy week. Some other major announcements. I was asked to start some educational channels. So I started a few new YouTube channels probably a couple weeks ago or so. And we're going to start pumping out content and material for those. So the S4 channel, or this channel that you're watching this video on, is going to kind of get a little bit more sparse over the winter months. Plus, there's not really much left to work on the car. I am going to, this weekend, be helping a buddy work on his S4. We're going to convert it over to stage 3 minus. So basically, we're just adding KO4s, but no fueling at this point. So I'm really curious how that works. I've been kicking around the idea of doing it myself, but it's just to go stage 3 minus is probably about $2,000. So that's just the turbos, and then for me it would be a torque converter. For him it's a clutch. So that's my buddy Gavin. So you'll see, hopefully you'll see more of him from some footage I'll shoot this weekend, and I'm excited about that. It's gonna be awesome. So we're doing a clutch. I don't know what clutch he went with or whatever. I don't know any details on that yet. And then the KO4 turbos, and then he's getting it tuned by Daz. So Daz Dillinger, the man, the myth. I have never met or dealt with Daz, but he seems to be the go-to guy for all of anything ECU related with an S4. So I was kicking around the idea of probably in the spring going with an E85 tune. Just to see what I can get what all I can get out of these KO3s. So I'm pretty much maxed out for pump gas, I believe. But there's still some more ponies left on the table. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I was kicking around that idea of doing an E85 tune, and then I could just go with like until my stock KO3s pop. So I'm at 136,000 miles. My passenger turbo, if you remember, if you've been following along, my passenger turbo has been leaking oil for a long time. So I'm kind of I'm getting into the territory that Gavin's in, where I'm gonna need a torque converter sometime soon. Just all this flogging on the car, all that, it's gonna kill my torque converter. And when that goes, I mean, it's pretty much you know, that's it. So I don't know, I guess they throw a code or something. There's some sort of torque converter code, and once that code is thrown, I think like the car just doesn't really engage, the torque converter doesn't engage at all or something, so you gotta get it fixed. So that's why I'm exploring my options for stage 3 and tip versus manual and all that good stuff. I'm not I don't know, it's a lot of money, but I do enjoy this car. So yeah, and I was kicking around the idea of getting a 5 HP 19 trans to play with over the winter. So I found someone relatively local that had one for dirt cheap, but it was code GBF, and code GBF, I believe it means it's from like a 2003. So I believe it's a B6 A4 Avant or sedan. So if you don't know, or for those that don't know, the Tiptronic transmission is code FAQ, and so this one's a different code. This is coded GBF. So I don't know anything about transmissions. I was still trying to think about lowballing the guy just to get the trans to play with, and then I can see like what it all entails to do a rebuild of a transmission and all that. But I don't know if it's worth it or not. I'm the kind of guy that likes to tinker with something and then see if it actually works. I don't want to just, you know, mess around with it and then be like, that was a fun experiment, but you know, and then have to throw it away or something. So that's about it. I've been exploring upgrades for the Tiptronic trans, the 5 HP 19 FAQ, and there's not much out there. I mean, there's a couple shops that build them, and they want $3,000 to $5,000 for a race built Tiptronic trans for an S4. So 2 Bennett, level 10, those guys. And I'm basically just trying to figure out what they do. I know they do valve bodies, they replace the clutch packs and stuff, but I think it was it level 10? I think for $600-700 you can buy just the valve body, and then you can swap that out yourself. It takes like an hour. I don't know what that does exactly, if it just gives you crisper shifts and stuff. So I'm exploring a bunch of different stuff, trying to figure out what I want to do with the car, because you know the next step's going to get very expensive. I know that, we all know that, especially with these used cars. And I'm not even talking about for performance mods or whatever. I'm talking like when this, you know, 136,000 mile transmission goes out, what am I going to do? So if I can get another one cheap, rebuild it on my own. I do want to get a performance torque converter, so like a 2-Bennett torque converter. I think they're $600 to $800, either 2-Bennett or level 10. But you need a core. So I wanted to get another FAQ trans, 5 HP 19 FAQ trans with torque converter. Then I can send in that other torque converter, have everything staged, ready to go. So if my trans goes out, I can pull the engine trans, slap on the new one, and then be good to go. So rather than have the car down for a month or 2 months. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, if there's any other types of videos that you would specifically like to see more of. You know, the current status of the car is it has a little bit of a drip. Nothing like it was before. I don't even know what's dripping or where it's dripping from, but I'm getting into the stage where I'm gonna have to bolt on my back on my skid plate for the winter months and stuff, and it's a little bit more of a pain in the ass to figure stuff out when the skid plate's on, because that Thor skid plate pretty much blocks the entire bottom of the car, and when the car's all put together you can't see anything from the front of it. So stay tuned for more, and I'll be bringing you some more fresh stuff Monday. Once Sunday's the go-to day for working on Gavin's car, so hoping to get something out of there, and we're gonna have a good time. So we're working on this at his buddy's house, so I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna be bringing all my tools, my boost leak tester, so you'll be able to see me in action again, using a bunch of the stuff that I had talked about previously. So stay tuned for more. Have a great weekend.